everyone, it's Lauren J. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. I like to do get ready with me style videos using products that are new to me, or just need a little bit more love in my collection. Today I'm going to use all of those things, and I am going to talk a little bit about this summer, feeling the last gasp of summer, and using some of my favorite makeup from this summer, and just chatting a little bit, and we'll see where it takes us. So if you're interested in that, please keep watching. I am filming this on the weekend of Labor Day in the United States. For those of you who don't know, Labor Day kind of signals the end of summer for a lot of places in the United States, because we go into September, we go into school starting, we go into fall in a lot of places, and it is a time of transition. It is a mark of the end of a period. So I am feeling a little bit nostalgic and also somber, and a lot of things about this summer. I had a really amazing, eventful summer, but I also had a very sad summer. So I just want to talk a little bit about that while I use some of my favorite products. As per usual, I have done skincare and sunscreen. I have done my brows with the Chanel Stylo Sourcils in Brun Clair, and I have primed my eyes with the About Face Fix Primer, Eye Fix Eye Primer. So I am going to start out with some new and some favorites. I'm going to go in today with my new Guerlain times Pucci Marmo Vibe Quad, and I'm going to also be pairing that with the Chanel Le Quatre Rivage palette. And this is one of the first palettes that I bought for the summer. This was the spring summer collection from Chanel, and this is the most recent palette that I have bought from Guerlain. So just wanted to combine the two, and I'm going to start with the Guerlain Quad, and you can see the beautiful shades in there. And because I still need to desperately wash my brushes, like all of them, really well, I am going to go in with the little brush end of the little tool that they include in the Guerlain Quads, and I'm going to go in to the white shade here just to set that as a base. So I was very, very surprised, because I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I was happily surprised that when I wore my all matte look from this quad last weekend, it actually had pretty good color all day and did not move around a lot, didn't go in different directions all over my eyes and my face. So I was very pleasantly surprised with that beautiful matte look. Not that I think Guerlain shadows are bad quality. I really, really adore Guerlain shadows, but I didn't have much experience with an all matte kind of look from them. So I was happily surprised that it didn't move around a lot, and that it didn't really, there was a little bit of fading, but the colors still seemed pretty vibrant at the end of the day. It was a very sweaty, hot day. I did a lot of walking, and it was just a really, one of those warm days that sort of wraps around you like a wet washcloth. But my eye looked great at the end of the day, so I was happy. And so it makes me very hopeful for the ways that I can use these mattes with other looks. So I'm just laying this down as sort of a brightening base today, and we'll see how it works with the Chanel shadows. Then I'm going to go into the Rivage Quad, and I'm going to go into this beautiful, just sort of beigey, satiny shade right here, which is really lovely. I'm just going to apply that with the finger all over the lid. That's combining really very nicely with the white shade. It's giving it a little bit of extra something that I usually put this color over a Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick, which looks beautiful and really sets the eye stick, but it looks really a little bit different, a little bit obviously brighter, but just a little bit more, I don't know, It's a little bit more ethereal like this. It's my first impression anyway. We'll see if it lasts the day, but it just seems to have a little bit more goldenness or something like that. It's very, very pretty. And this has been hands down one of my favorite releases of all summer from 2024 from Chanel. Obviously for the beautiful blue, which I will be using today, for the topper shade. I don't use the brown a lot because I have a lot of browns in my collection, but this satiny shade has come in absolutely handy for everyday, just illuminating eye looks. It's a work palette, it's a weekend palette, it's all kinds of things for me. So I really have been enjoying this quad so much. And I'm just going to take one of the little applicators here and go into the blue shade. You can see I've made a nice little dent in here, up here. I'm just going to add a bit of that inner corner. Nice little hint of bright blue. I have been really, obviously, blue is my favorite color, but there have been so many shades of blue this summer that have been just so on trend, and just sort of bright robin's egg blue and deep azure blues. And I've been just so happy because I love blue, and I love when blue is in style. I love when, excuse me, I love when blue makeup is in style. I'll wear a blue eye any time of year because I love it. And I don't care if people think it looks old-fashioned. It's just something that I feel suits me best and makes me happy. So that's where I stand on that. And it's just been a really lovely summer of blue. And I've been wearing not as many sort of deeper bronzes as I wore sort of last summer when I was feeling a lot of like deep bronzy colors, but just a lot of just bright, beachy colors. And I don't know, it's just been made me very happy to have this quad around to play with. And for all the sort of colorful collections that Chanel has come out with, and that Guerlain has come out with, and a lot of other brands have come out with. So I have mostly focused my energy on Guerlain and Chanel this summer, and my purchasing habits have changed in the way that I sort of look at different pieces of the collections as they come out and see how they fit in with pieces that I already have, which I think has been really smart for me. And so I've cut back a lot on sort of those extraneous purchases that I would just, if I wanted to just go out and buy like a drugstore collection from Essence because I just wanted to try it, I've held back on a lot of those things. And then I'm going to go into this topper shade here, which is that beautiful like sparkly topper shade. It does have a little bit of green in it from when I last used it on top of that green eye crayon, so I did get a little bit of transfer from using my fingers and putting it back in and whatever, but it's not a big deal. And so I'm just going to top that. And I just love this really sparkly ocean idea. I love the concept for the spring summer collection. I think Valentina Lee from the Comet Collective did an amazing job conceiving this collection, the looks, the style that she was envisioning, and yeah, I just felt it had a very youthful, fun vibe to it, which I really like. And I think the Comet Collective has done a really good job of showing their inspiration for the collections, not just releasing stuff and being, oh, here's another lipstick. It actually, the collections as sort of sprinkled throughout the season as they've been, a little bit here, a little bit there. I guess keep up with the social media cycle, that's my theory, but they've had a story behind them, and I do really appreciate that. And I realize also that it is marketing. That's fine, I get it. I'm think of myself as a pretty smart consumer, but I have enjoyed sort of the story that they have created in the Comet Collective releases. Next, I'm going to go in and line my eyes with these Stylo U waterproof from Chanel. These have been one of my favorite rediscoveries from Chanel recently. This is the one in Marin. I have been using the one in Blue Metal, pretty much all going from winter into spring. I took it to Dublin with me earlier this year and it broke off in the sink, so I had to throw it out, but I use that nonstop. This is the more, it's not matte, but it is the less sparkly version of that and a little bit deeper. And I've also been really enjoying this. It comes on the recommendation of quite a few YouTubers that I watch, so I picked it up. And I tend to pick these, if they're not part of a special collection, I tend to pick them up through my points with Ulta. These are $35, somewhere around there. And so just picking up a couple of them uses up your Ulta points quite quickly. But you can see that's kind of got that little deeper vibe than Blue Metal. And then to sort of blur that out a little bit, I'm going to go in with the little sort of fine point that you get in the Guerlain little set of tools with this quad, and I'm going to go into the black real lightly. And I don't think I got much transfer on my lids last weekend, which was very nice because I did fully line my eyes with this black. But I just wanted to deepen the color up a little bit. And because I can't resist being a little bit extra with my eye makeup, I can never just do a simple look. I'm going to go in with the same little applicator, sponge applicator here, and go into the purple shade. And I'm just going to use a little bit under the eye. And a little bit in the wing here. Another brand that I have really been adoring this summer is Danessa Myricks. I'm going to go in with my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder. Absolutely love this product. This is in one. And it is one of those products that I am constantly finding new ways to use throughout the year, how it suits me. So I find that just really a mark of an amazing brand, that you can use your products in different ways throughout the seasons. And I just really like the artistry and the ingenuity of the Danessa Myricks brand. It is very much a makeup artist brand. I really just love the focus of the brand on artistry and bright colors and expression of yourself, and it's just really been a fun brand to discover. And I really do think of it as a luxury brand. It is up there with Natasha Denona, it is up there with Charlotte Tilbury, it is up there with Guerlain and Chanel for me. The price point is not quite as high, but there are a few of the sort of holographic palettes that she's come out with that are at the Pat McGrath price point as well. And so for me, it is really one of those top-notch brands that I have come to rely on and that I am willing to try new things from. So with that as a base, I'm going to go into my Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin, again, Serum Skin Tint in number 3. This has been a wonderful combination for this summer with a little bit of the Beige Sheer Healthy Glow Highlighting Fluid in Sunkissed. I picked this up last year, and I have really been enjoying it mixed in with this foundation. So I did consider doing a more fall-inspired look today. I have been heavily anticipating the beginning of fall and fall weather and cool autumn days and the smell of that, the smell of the burning leaves in the air and all of that. But today I just wanted to reflect a little bit on my summer makeup and things that I've just really been enjoying. Just the sort of the pared down look that I've sort of come to enjoy. I suppose not in terms of products pared down, but a little bit pared down look from what I have done in the past, and just how that fits this summer a little bit more. Just a little bit easier for me, a little bit more easier, but also able to change it up and experiment a little bit and have fun. And I just constantly want to have fun and reinvent ways to use my makeup and enjoy the things that I have and bring new things in and enjoy those as well. So that has been my ethos this summer, and for about a little bit longer with my channel as well. And you know, it's been a really beautiful summer. I have been able to do a lot with family and with friends, and I've done so much walking, so much of exploring around my city, and it has been joyful. And I have also had some really bad things happen to me. Well, not just to me, I've had bad things happen in my world. It has been a time of just sort of reevaluating what's important and learning how to really take care of myself and take care of other people. And it's just been a very sort of reflective time. It has been a sad time, and it has been a time of learning to pull myself out of sadness. And so all of these things are happening at the same time. It's been joyful, it's been sad, it's been bright and beautiful, and it's been muggy and gross, and it's just been so many things in these few months that we have for summer where I live. So just trying to take all of that in and keep my head above water while I can. And so that's why I just wanted to sit down and play with products that I really enjoy and looks that I really enjoy. So I'm gonna go in with another product that I have really been enjoying this summer. I bought this last summer, I think, when they first came out. This is the Beiges Water Fresh Blush. This is the one in Deep Apricot. I picked this up, and I have learned to use this in a way that I feel suits me, and I've used it in different ways over the year or so that I've had it. And right now I've found that this way it works really well for me, just using like little more than half a pump, putting it on the back of my hand to, you know, break down the little pigments, the pigment capsules in it. And I just love the formula of this blush, and then just applying it all over as a blush, sort of bronzer, or sort of like blush touring kind of idea. And just sort of that bright terracotta mixed with a little bit of brick. I did get my makeup done this summer by one of the, actually it was this spring, down in Chicago by one of the, I think he is actually the national makeup artist for Chanel. And he was so fun, and he gave me so many good tips and tricks for how to do my makeup and how to just accentuate things that I wouldn't have thought to accentuate about myself, that I wouldn't necessarily think were notable, and it was a really lovely experience. It was a very fun experience. I do have a video about what I learned from that, and so that was just a really enjoyable experience to have. It's been really fun to also develop a relationship with my sales associate, my beauty sales associate at the Chanel boutique in Chicago, and it has been just, she knows she knows what suits me, and she is ready to make recommendations and all that kind of stuff. So it has been fun to, you know, just chat with her over text and things. And again, I know it's not like a friendship, it's I'm buying things, she's selling me things, I get it, but it has just been fun to have that kind of relationship with a Chanel beauty SA and be able to sort of keep on top of the collections and determine what's best for me, and be able to sort of say no sometimes when I don't want something in a collection, or to be convinced sometimes that I do need something in a collection. So that has been a really, really fun part of my summer. And then of course rediscovering Guerlain makeup. My little straps keep falling down, but rediscovering some Guerlain makeup. This is the Superbloom. This was the Sunkissed Healthy Glow powder that came out this spring. It had the little overspray, it had like a blush overspray on top of the B, and that has since gone, but it still has the orange and the pink and the bronze in the background. This has been a really, really beautiful product as well. It's very not, it is very much a blush for me. It is not like the bronzing powder. I recently picked up the bronzing powder from the Pucci collab. I also have the bronzing powder from the holiday collection from last year, and that is very much a warm bronze shade on me, and I really do enjoy it. But this is much different from that. It's got a much different look on me because of the orange and the pink tones in it. It does act as more of a sort of an all-over blusher. Just gives a bit of bright color to the cheeks. Just a little bit more pink mixed in with all that red. Something that just cheers up your face a little bit. And the smell is really nice. I do like the terracotta smell. It can be a bit strong at times, but today I don't really mind it. Then of course I'm going to go into my meteorites. I have really enjoyed these since I picked them up with the holiday collection. I did pick up the new ones in the Pucci collab as well, and they've just been a very good stand-in for me for the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powder. Just a beautiful finishing powder. And I've gotten so much use out of this, and they're so easy and just add a beautiful finish to the face. Just love that sort of blurring effect it gives to the end product of my makeup look. So I did go off camera to take a break and wash my hands, and I did do the top lashes with the Noir Allure mascara. Glad I didn't do that on camera because I did immediately sneeze afterwards and get it all over the bottom of my eyes. So now that that's cleaned up, I'm going to, again, can't resist being that little bit extra, and I'm going to go in with the Lilas Noir Allure mascara from Chanel and give this a little bit more love for the end of summer. Just on the bottom lashes here. I think it's really a beautiful product. I know it doesn't work for everyone, and I found ways for me that make it work, but it is, I understand, an acquired taste for a lot of people. And another new discovery this summer is the Chanel Balm Essentiel. This is the first one I've purchased ever. This is the one in Mermaid Glow, again from the spring summer collection, and you know, it's just mostly a clear balm with a bunch of sparkle in it, but it just is a really versatile product. I'm going to use it on the inner corner. You can use it on your chest for a little bit of sparkle, use it on your cheeks for a little hint of glint on there, and just a really pretty versatile product. And I know a lot of people love the other shades of it, and I did pick up the Solar Glow one from the summer collection, which I also really love because it is very wearable for me, and it's just one of those multi-use products. It just adds a little bit of something. And then one of my favorite products from Chanel, the No. 1 de Chanel Lip and Cheek Balm, the one in Healthy Pink, I have made quite a dent in. This is one that I picked up with the newer release from earlier this year. I think it was around January or something like that. But this was No. 8 in Ardent Brick. And I have been discovering a bit more of this product lately. I've made quite a dent in it, and I've been enjoying it on the lips and on the cheeks. So today I'm going to use it as an easy lip color. Just a really beautiful summer color with a bit of orange in it, a bit of brown in it, and you can just pat it out, blur it out, and just make your lips look a little bit more there. At least for me, I can. Again, multi-use balm product, been really enjoying those. I still love my powder products. I always will love my powder eyeshadows, but this year has been a year of exploring alternatives, cream shadow sticks, those other kind of multi-use products that have been really easy to use. So guys, this is the finished look with my jewelry on. I also did finish it up with a bit of the Gardenia body oil from the Les Exclusives collection. I got a sample of that earlier this summer and I wanted to use it because it just feels really nice. And later I'm going to put on a layer of sunscreen and go out for a walk. But yeah, it's been a summer of discoveries for me, discovering my love of new brands and new formulas and my love of older products and mixing them in with the newer products. I have also been experimenting a little with dipping into the world of jewelry pieces, fine jewelry. I've also been looking into bags a little bit more. I did purchase my first Chanel mini bag in September, and then I purchased another mini bag in April. And I purchased also my first Mulberry bag in April. And in February, I picked up my first Ferragamo bag. So I have been very much experimenting with bags and getting into travel and fashion and all that kind of YouTuber influencer lifestyle kind of living. Not that I think that that's necessarily attainable for anyone, but it is nice to sort of live in that fantasy world every now and then. And I did pick up a new handbag this month, so I just wanted to share that with you. And it is, none of this is sponsored or anything, these people don't know I exist, but I picked this up from, it is a DeMellier bag. I have seen so many people on YouTube in the handbag world talk about DeMellier, especially from Steph from Handbagaholic, and a lot of people associated with channels with mid-range or contemporary brands. And I picked this up from Shop Bop, which is owned by Amazon, which is not my favorite thing in the world, but Shop Bop is actually sort of local to me, or at least it started locally near me. And I picked up a bag that I didn't think this would be my first DeMellier bag if I was going to pick up a bag for them. They're known for their very structured and hardware centric bags, and I did not think this would be my first bag, but it is. And I picked it up with a little bit of a deal. It was my first purchase on the Shop Bop app, so I got 15% off. And so here it is. And it is this beautiful little hobo style bag, and it is the Miami, and this is in the Azure Blue. I did do a short on this recently, and you can see the sort of, you know, it's very relaxed. It's very different from my blue Ferragamo, which is a little bit lighter in tone, but it's very structured, and it has handles and all that kind of thing, and This is just slouchy and soft, and it has a minimal logo right here, and it does have this beautiful chain here, and so it is acting as a top handle for me. So this is a more versatile bag for me. I can do it top handle like this, or I can pull this out, and this actually is detachable, but I just keep it in here. I do have this beautiful long strap that I can wear the bag crossbody, which is what I will probably do today, but I could not get this color out of my head. And this came out earlier this summer, I think in May, something like that, maybe a little bit later. But this is one of their seasonal summer colors. You can't even get it on the website anymore. That's why I had to pick it up at Shop Up. But it is a style that when it came out earlier this year in black and the basic colors, I was like, well, it's just kind of they do have two sizes of this, by the way. This is the small size. There is also a larger size, which has a handle that has this same chain, but also it has a leather attachment that goes on your shoulder, and it is quite a bit larger than this. But it is a bag that very much is paying homage to Loewe, the squeeze bag. It has that very ruched opening here, and it has obviously the chunky chain, which is obviously paying homage to Loewe. But the other bag it is paying homage to is the Chanel 22. Less obvious, I think. It's a bucket bag, or as they say in the UK, a bin bag. I think that's funny. But it is, you know, it doesn't have the quilting, it doesn't have the sort of larger opening, but it does have this beautiful blue color, and it has this hardware here that reminds me so much of the 22. Even though the 22 has sort of Chanel emblazoned across it, I did try a beautiful blue mini 22 on in Chicago in February, and I loved that bag, but I could not spend that much money on a bag. And I got this one for about 1/10 of the price of it. And when it finally clicked in my head that this was a lot like a dupe to that specific bag that I tried on way back when, I just couldn't get it out of my head. And I was like, I really want to try DeMellier, and I really want a cute little bucket bag at this price point. So yeah, I just couldn't help myself, and I waited it takes me months and months and months to decide if I want a bag, unless I'm in a Chanel boutique and I find a mini bag that I decide to splurge on, which thankfully doesn't happen a whole lot. But yeah, it's just beautiful. It smells amazing. I believe these are made in Spain. They're based in London. I believe it's an all-female design team, and at least that's what I get, again, from their marketing. But this is my first DeMellier bag, and I'm going to take it out on its first excursion today, so we will see how it holds up. And I might do a review on this bag. Again, I've been discovering the world of handbags. I've always wanted my channel to be more than just one thing. I love doing beauty, I love doing sit-down chatty videos, but I love travel, I love reading, I love food, I love handbags, I love so many things, and I do want to share a bit of that on my channel, and I never want to be pigeonholed as one type of thing. And I think on my channel I've done in the past a lot of collectibles videos, and I've always talked about being girly and geeky and not thinking those things have to be mutually exclusive. I understand as a viewer that sometimes you're just not going to vibe with the video that I put out, and that's fine. I get that. And I have views that have a couple thousand, I have views that have a couple dozen. And I've just resigned myself to that, and I'm okay with it. If I get buried in the algorithm, at least I stayed true to myself and maybe tried something new or did something that really makes me happy. So I'm happy to sit down and chat with you all on the weekend, and if time permits, maybe I'll be able to work in a second video at some point. I just have to get my life together to figure out what that would be. But I'm really so thankful for all of you who have subscribed to my channel and have commented, and I really enjoy hearing from you, and thank you so much. And I also enjoyed all the new YouTubers that I've discovered in different categories, not just in beauty, but again in handbags, luxury, fashion, vlogging. I love cozy vlogs. I love travel vlogs. Discovering brand new worlds through YouTube, and I know it's not a new thing. I know YouTube's been around forever. So have I. My channel's been around, I think, 10 years now. So just constantly reinventing myself, my channel, what I love, and sharing that with you all. And I hope that if you at least enjoy some of that journey, I hate using the word journey, if you've enjoyed some of that story, I hope that at some point you reach out or give a like or just tune in, and it makes me happy just to share that. So again, I hope you enjoyed this look and using my summer favorites. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Any of those would be welcome. All of them will be deeply, deeply appreciated. And I will see you in the next one, guys.